Hi, I'm James LaFleur and you're watching the Impossible channel. Welcome aboard. Today we're going to be celebrating 1 million subscribers, all thanks to you guys. And I decided to do a compilation of our best videos, our best unexplained, mysterious and creepy videos. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel with notifications for more videos like this. I just want to thank you guys for helping us reach 1 million subscribers, and I hope to be here with you guys for the next 1 million subscribers. Let's go. Now, I'm pretty sure that most myths, like dragons or the Loch Ness monster, they must come from somewhere. I'm not saying that these creatures exist. Probably at some point in history, something like that was seen.
I'm videotaping it though.
In these videos, for instance, we have the ogopogo, a creature that has been sighted a number of times in Okanagan Lake in Canada. The legend of this creature is similar to Loch Ness monster. Unfortunately for us right now, many sightings have occurred and some of them were actually videotaped. But it's not just the ogopogo. In Calico Lake, for example, a very similar creature was caught on camera. The person who is taping this screams out loud, "Be careful," to a group of people nearby.
¡Cuidado!
There is little to no explanation to what these creatures really are and where they come from. This video, for instance, was uploaded by Enoch YouTube channel in 2015, and he says it was sent by a viewer of his, and this happened in Lake Champlain. As you can see, the creature is massive and there is no way of this being a hoax. So what could it be?
What is that? See it? Is that a hair?
This next video was taped in Loch in Northern Ireland, and if you notice, it seems to be a huge creature lurking around the river. It's funny how the people who were taping this actually noticed that it's huge. Whatever it is, I've never seen anything like this, and until today it hasn't been identified.
What?
No sabemos qué está pasando. Aquí la gente está asustada. Ve, se apagó. Uy. Y está sonando. Y eso suena.
In Ecuador, a strange light in the horizon. People are baffled by it. It seems a rock fell from the sky. In other words, possibly a meteorite. Locals go to this rock to find out what it is, and here is the video. Check this out. Now, as you can see, locals are baffled by it. They are stirring the rock around. It seems there's smoke coming out of it, which makes me think it's still hot. Now, what's most intriguing about this video is the point where they're looking at the horizon and there's blue blinking lights in the sky, which is very similar to the situation in New York and many other places, where people believe that these lights are coming from some sort of electrical power outage. Maybe not. There is a video a subscriber sent to us last year.
This is a DFW airport, and I know it's a bad shot, but this looks like something that happened in New York.
These strange blinking lights in the horizon have been happening a lot lately in, well, all over the place. And this video from Ecuador may shed some light that it may be coming from meteors falling from the sky.
Yeah, I won't say she's out.
Now, to make this even more mysterious, a video came in this week from Durham County in the UK from a subscriber of something very similar. To me, it is still a mystery why we have so many of these events happening so often lately. If you have any idea, please do leave a comment.
It's hard to listen.
In Japan, there is an object attached to a boulder about 100 kilometers from Azuka Historical Park near the town of Takasago, in Japan. The object is a megalith and weighs about 500 to 600 tons. Ishinohoden is the name of the megalith, which is kind of semi-manufactured because it was left in the place where it was built, and clearly it hadn't been completely finished. The Shinto temple is built precisely in that place because the megalith is believed to be holy and people have venerated it since ancient times. There is a large stone reservoir in the shape of a tray underneath the monolith, and it is filled with water. Historians have no other theories as to the purpose of the megalith, although there are clues, however indirect, that Ishinohoden was built by a technologically developed civilization. This seems possible not only because there are no traces from manual work on the material, but also because it is very large. Whoever built it probably experienced no difficulty whatsoever to move 500 tons of rock. In your opinion, why are there so many structures that were built in the past that we have no clue of how they were built? What really happened? Did an ancient and technologically advanced civilization live amongst us? Or were we visited by something or someone that is not here anymore for some reason? A tunnel-shaped structure was found on the coast of Russia recently due to earthquake and seismic activity. Now, what is known as the Ring of Fire has been having a lot of seismic activity. Lately, the land level rose, and some say that this structure that wasn't there can now be seen. I tried Google Earth to see if I found this, and I found nothing. Now, there are some theories to this, and one that has been discarded is that this might be some sort of tunnel that was built by prisoners decades ago. Now, because of the way it was built, the size of the blocks, and the material that was used itself, they believe that this was actually built thousands of years ago, and it has much more similarity to the constructions in Machu Picchu than anything else. And not only that, it is a very long structure. They don't actually know where it ends. It seems to go tens of kilometers away from the beach. In Nicaragua, for example, there is a petroglyph that can be found. It dates 15,000 years ago, and it still baffles experts. Now, talking about petroglyphs, there is a fossil that was found on Google Earth of what is supposed to be a dragon. Now, this thing is huge. It's supposedly 10,000 meters long, and well, I'm not too sure, of course, if this is coming from a dragon or something like that. Check this out. Dragon-like monsters appeared first in Mesopotamian artwork between 2300 and 2100 BC. Now, I'm not too sure again if this is from a dragon or if this is just a coincidence and it looks as if it has an eye or something like that. It sure leaves us a question if the ancient myths are actually myths or not. But still, it is questionable if this is indeed a dragon or something else entirely.
You can see the bigger problem is the erosion, the rain.
Now, talking about dragons or creatures with wings, in Bolivia, vertical tracks of a huge creature were found in a quarry of a cement factory. They obviously had to stop their work and it became a cultural site. Thousands of people from all over the world come to see this place nowadays, and as you can see, the tracks are in 90 degrees vertical. Till today, it is a mystery how this ended up happening. There are thousands of tracks, and it's not only from one creature. So what's going on here? Now, whatever creature it is that left these footprints, it could have been something with wings, like a dragon. But of course, dragons are myths, and well, till today it hasn't been proved that they exist in the past. This very interesting site in Bolivia does leave us with the question.
Mira eso, eso. Ve eso.
¿Sabes lo que es?
¿Qué es? Mira eso, ve eso.
¡Es un insecto!
Mira, mira, ¿la viste? ¿La viste?
¿Sí? ¿Qué?
In Saqqara, Egypt, there is a serapeum located northwest of the Pyramid of Djoser. It was a burial place of Apis bulls. Inside this serapeum, there are a series of tombs. Each tomb weighs more than 100 tons, and the rocks in which the tombs were made of are not local. In other words, they had to be made or brought from another place. Now the crazy thing about this is that there is a underground passageway to where these boxes are located, and it's basically impossible for 2,000 people or more to be carrying these boxes inside of these tunnels towards the chambers where they are found today.
To work. So when we see the other ones also inside the chambers, that's finished. How would this be finished if you don't have space for the people to be working around? Basic and simple question.
So let's just get this bull thing straight. The largest box found inside the serapeum is 7 feet tall. The lid itself weighs more than 50 tons, and it was actually found open. The pathways are really straight, and there are dozens of these boxes inside. Each one of them weighs at least 100 tons. The quality of the finished surface of the body of one of the stones is much superior to the writings found in it, which makes no sense at all. No one knows till this day how the boxes actually were lowered to the chambers where they are at, and it would take 200 people at least to move the lid open. Now take into consideration that this is a really small place. You can barely fit one person between the box and the wall, and in one of the guides believes that there is a secret passageway, a hidden door of some sort, in one of these chambers.
Yeah. And there used to be other devices, I believe, in this place, which we can see that there is a carving in the wall to house something else. I believe it could be a false door, or what we know as the false door.
Not to mention the fact that they would need light. Today that we have electrical systems, they didn't. They used fire.
You see this, the tunnel itself is all carved in the bedrock.
Right.
So imagine if we turned off this light now.
It goes on to explain that if you turn off the lights, you can't see anything. So how did they do this? There are no markings of fire on the walls or on the ceiling.
In the dark, what you're gonna be using? A flame? There is no even markings of anything dark. And there are no openings in the ceiling.
The guide continues on to explain that the hallway isn't even wide enough for 2,000 men to carry this megalithic box. So how the heck did these boxes get in there? Giant footprints or handprints can actually be found all over if you look in the right place. And recently a video went viral of a giant handprint that was found on Google Earth. Now, I'm not too sure if this is real, in other words, if it is indeed a giant handprint or if it's just a coincidence. Right now, we'll be analyzing this and much more. Let's go.
There's a pyramid on top of a mountain in Scotland, and I didn't know this existed. Look at the size of that bad boy.
The TikToker The Ali Law found a pyramid on top of a mountain in Scotland, and his video went viral almost instantly. However, this pyramid was built in 1861 by Queen Victoria in memory of her husband Prince Albert. So it is special, but it wasn't something that was built thousands of years ago. Now just imagine, everything that we know about pyramids, ancient civilizations and prehistory was about to change. What if our concept of it was wrong? What if it was something other than us that actually moved those massive blocks of granite and limestone to build those gigantic pyramids? a geologist in West Java, Indonesia, claims that the world's oldest pyramid is located just under these megalithic rocks that can be found scattered all over the place in this mysterious site in West Java. And if this is true, it could rewrite everything that we know about ancient civilization. And this is how the 20,000-year-old pyramid would look like if the claims are true. Who would have built these pyramids 20,000 years ago? If you've ever watched The Matrix, the movie, you're probably aware of the theory that we may be living inside of a simulation, which is probably not the case. But in any way, a video went viral last week of a soccer ball that actually appears out of nowhere. Check this out. I've watched this video dozens of times and still I can't explain or understand how this is actually going on. But this is not all. In sports, weird things happen also. You've probably seen this video, many people have already. From time to time it goes viral.
I had to have surgery again.
What is really going on here, I have no clue at all. Some people would say that this is a legit glitch in the Matrix, others say that this is just something that happens. In this next example, we can see two players talking to each other, but they don't seem like they are human at all. This was published by Frank Kerr YouTube channel in February 2019, and I have never seen this happen so often before.
Look at this crazy.
Is that more trade deadline updates next? It was fun last year's All-Star game. This year, Bradley Beal will be a part of it.
Look,
Draft
Bradley Beal's still chewing.
First time
So this
tomorrow.
Look at this
right
nigga
after,
saying.
what? Are they frozen? That's
Look.
weird. Right after what is obviously going to be a thrilling trade deadline, and I have missed.
It's the kind of thing that if it wasn't caught on camera, probably no one would believe. Posted on March 2019 by Nino YouTube channel, a bird seems to be suspended in mid-air. Check this out. At first, I think Nino doesn't quite understand what's going on when he sees this object completely frozen in midair. This is when he pulls his car to the side of the road to check out what was really going on, and this is what he sees. Have you ever come across something similar and then you scratch your head and ask yourself, am I really seeing this? Don't be shy, leave a comment. A phenomenon that is being widely discussed this year is unidentified flying objects. It's a subject that intrigues many people, and there's always a cousin, an uncle, or someone that you know that has encountered such an object.
Holy sh! What is that?
How was that? It's strange. Nothing that it could be suspended by. Weird.
In some cases, they could be confused for drones, that's for sure, but in other cases, not. The real question is, where are they coming from and where are they going to?
Ele cruza. Que diacho é isso, gente?
monte de gente olhando?
During thunderstorms, for example, people quite often spot something out of its place, which is the case with this video coming in from Japan. In this next video, for instance, we can see a glowing object swooshing around a person's apartment while she tapes it. Check this out. Some people commented on this video that this object might actually not be a UFO but something like a fairy. It doesn't appear to be a drone. Leave a comment. What is your take?
Istina, nego ja sam došao, znači na jedno brdo
Guarda se pavuče. Guarda da se pavuče, ljudi. Ovo je mrdnulo.
On October 13th, Melissa Simic went live on Facebook with one of the strangest videos I've come across this year. He describes the video as a mysterious sound that was coming from the sky in the Alps.
Znači nema ništa, kiša počela da pada, kao što vidite.
And strange figures, tall figures that he encountered, and they apparently had wings which they were moving. He captured all of this on tape, and this is what he saw.
Ne znam ni ja sam šta je. Ali imamo neki vidite.
He's searching for the sound's origin when he comes across a strange place where there are apparently two figures with wings standing in the dark in the middle of the night. At first he doesn't appear to believe his own eyes, and he goes out to check the rest of the place.
Jer ovdje oko mene, pogledajte. Pogledajte ljudi, samo je mrak i učinilo mi se, pogledajte. Nema nigdje ništa. Vidite. Tamo se vidi znači grad.
He comes back to check if the figures are still there. For his surprise, they are. And this time they seem to be moving what appears to be wings. By now he's getting an eerie feeling that maybe he shouldn't be there. Melissa, still going live and taping everything that is going on, is getting a bit scared, and he does what anyone would do. He runs. After analyzing and watching this video a couple of times, I'm not too sure if these are two tall, strange creatures, or if this is some sort of ritual happening at night. What I do understand, however, is that everything is off in this video. The strange sound in the sky, and these two tall figures that are creepy as it can get. I completely understand why Melissa ran, because that would be what anyone would do in a realistic situation. This is why I believe this is a real video and not a hoax. I'm gonna leave that up to you. What do you think is going on here, and what would you do if you were in his situation? Now, when we're talking about the sky, I immediately think about the fact that we may be alone in the universe, or maybe not. However, the real question here is, can it get weirder than sky waves or a bizarre phenomenon that was captured in Rio de Janeiro, where a streak of light could be seen hanging in the sky? And the answer is yes, it can.
Agora eu vou ter que ficar conectada na bateria para eu não perder a filmagem.
In China, a bizarre phenomenon was captured on camera, and here is what was seen. During this event, we can see loads of people taping what appears to be a Fata Morgana. We've talked about this in previous videos, and a Fata Morgana is a complex form of superior mirage that is seen in a narrow band right above the horizon. It has something to do with cold and hot air, and it's caused by atmospheric refraction. However, this particular video, to me at least, does not look like a regular Fata Morgana. So normally what one would see is the reflection of objects in the horizon up above in the sky. However, in this video it doesn't appear to be exactly what is going on. I can't identify what the objects are, and it pretty much looks like anything but buildings to me. What do you really think is going on here? I don't know about you, but I'm not a really big fan of amusement parks. And there's one that I would definitely think twice before visiting, and that is in Veracruz, Mexico, the Magic Kingdom, in Spanish, Reino Mágico. The thing is, this place has one of the creepiest backstories I've ever heard. In 1985, it was built over the top of an old graveyard. Not surprisingly, after a couple of years when the park was inaugurated, it was shut down and abandoned. And since then, people have been reporting strange things going on inside the park, such as moving shadows and the Snow White statue blinking its eyes. This is when Eder Hernandez's YouTube channel decided to visit it at night with his friends, which was in my opinion a wise decision. In his first visit, only a few minutes after they were at the park, it was like something was following them, and this is what they captured on camera.
A la verga, aguanta. Vean mi gente.
They see something big that at first they believe to be some sort of bird. However, when they shine the flashlight at it, it doesn't seem to reflect light.
Verga, arriba del... ¿Ya viste, güey? Un pájaro. Es como un pájaro, idiota. Graba, güero. Ahí, como un... ¿No te da la luz, verga?
On his second exploration of Reino Mágico, Ender and his friends decide to visit the haunted Snow White. This is what they captured on camera.
Tiene cara diabólica, acaba de mencionar, bandita. Acaba de mencionar. Pero a ver. No, güey, pero vete a la verga. Quiero voltear para allá. A ver, verga, muévete, cara de verga. Hay que provocarla, hay que provocar. No. Que Carlos no quiere voltear, güey. Esto no se juega. Hijo de su puta madre.
Not taking it much seriously, Eder Hernandez tries to taunt the spirit that supposedly possesses the haunted statue. However, this is when things take a very strange turn and they start seeing shadows and hearing noises.
Mira, güey, vete a la verga, güey. No te pases de verga, güey. No te pases. ¿Qué es eso, güey? Pues yo qué verga voy a saber. No mames. Mira. Güey, pero no huele a humo, güey. ¿Como niebla? Mira. A la verga, la...
Whatever it is that they saw, it could be a djinn. Eder and his friends started taking it more seriously, I guess, and 10 more minutes later, they were out of there. They never returned to the park to make another video. In your opinion, was it all fake, or did they really encounter something unexplainable, something maybe paranormal? And have you yourself ever encountered something similar? Exploring tunnels can be a very dangerous thing to do, mainly if it's an abandoned tunnel. Mr. Omega, a YouTuber, decided to explore one of the longest abandoned tunnels in New Zealand.
Oh man, look at that. There's a vehicle over there that's burnt out too. Oh man. Over here.
The tunnel is known as Spooner's Tunnel and it was built in the 1800s. It has 1.4 kilometers of length and it was never finished.
What? I want to be spending a night in this thing. I don't know about this, guys.
Legend has it that there are strange things that actually occur inside of this tunnel. And Mr. Omega challenged himself to spend the night inside of the tunnel. And this is what happened.
I don't know if you guys can hear this on the camera, but something... What is that?
After spending countless hours inside of the tunnel and vlogging about it, he hears a strange noise and decides to explore a little more to find out exactly what is going on.
Hello? What is that? Max? That's just creepy as... What the hell? Is anyone here? What is that? Oh!
This is when he spots a stranger hiding in the dark, probably waiting for him to pick up the toy, distracted, and who knows, do what next. There are some things that we can't see, but they are just as frightening as any other mysterious sighting out there, such as the bizarre sounds that people have been hearing all over.
Hola, aquí estoy otra vez. Desde el puerto de Mazarrón. Y bueno, como podéis ver, a mi perra la tengo muy nerviosa.
This year in 2020, it happened in Colombia. Check this out.
Otra vez.
Diego Franco and many others captured what sounded like an airplane at first. The problem is, it endured for minutes. And when it stopped out of nowhere, without any echo of sort. It was captured all over Medellin in Colombia, and whatever this thing was, locals were pretty much frightened, and I can completely understand why. Now imagine you're home, watching TV, there's a big storm coming in the horizon, and all of a sudden you hear an eerie scream coming from what appears to be the sky. Exactly what happened to Daniel Robb, and he got the chance to record this. Check this out.
Okay, so I went ahead and jumped on my bike and I'm trying to like hunt this sound down and I can't find it. It's still like way off in that direction somewhere. You hear that? It's coming from.
It all started when Daniel Robb decided to go live on Facebook when he heard this strange sound, which makes me think this is not fake in any sort of way.
It's like a scream. It's so freaking loud and it's coming from up in the air, like up there. It's been going on now. What is that?
This happened in the year of 2020 in Bryan, Texas. And at first, Daniel starts taping from behind his window where he feels safe.
What the f? Dude, that's coming from like up in the sky outside of my apartment.
After a few minutes, Daniel can't deal with his curiosity and he gets out of his home and goes after the sound himself.
I've never heard anything like that. Right now it sounds like bearings, like... Right now here, it's gonna scream. This paper and find out what this is. I'm in the middle of a parking lot with a metal...
The sound seems to shift while he's recording it, and then he goes on to explain how the weather was really weird that day.
Minutes. And then we just had some really strange weather all day, like on again, off again. We had big, humongous hail coming down. We had sunshine. We had thunderstorms, lightning.
Usually, these mysterious sounds are caused by an unusual geologic event or something like that. There usually is an explanation, but in some cases it remains unexplained, which is the case with Daniel Robb and many others. Please do leave a comment if you have any idea or if you have heard something similar. A video that was shared on social media by Victor H. Gutierrez in Mexico shows a fire on the ground which then launches into the air while the family that is recording the video can be heard in the background. It was recorded in the city of Monterrey in the northeastern Mexican state of Nuevo Leon, which is a place apparently full of witch sightings. However, Mexico is not the only place haunted by witches. In Saudi Arabia, both YouTubers Asmar Bar and Ahmad Salih decide to investigate an abandoned warehouse. The abandoned warehouse is said to be haunted by a witch or a female jinn, and both YouTubers went together to live stream the event. Now, what is very important to say here is that they were live streaming, so in other words, it's very difficult to make this a hoax or to fake this, because if anything would have gone wrong, then they would be completely debunked, which wasn't what happened. Their video went viral and it's very obvious to me why. Now this is what happened. It all starts when Asmar Bar spots a tall shadowy figure in the end of the hallway. He realizes that this may be the jinn they're looking for, so he runs after it and he enters one of the rooms. While Asmar Bar is inside one of the rooms looking for this tall figure, Ahmad Salih spots the same figure in the opposite side of the hallway where Asmar Bar was at a couple of seconds ago. Ahmad Salih, now confused, thinks his friend was playing a prank on him and then starts to question him, now in a very angry and upset tone. 15 minutes later, with both their live feeds running, they encounter the witch once again, but this time it was a bit different. Now again, this is very important to point out. Both YouTubers had their live streams running, and by now they were pretty sure that there was something there watching them all along. And I guess that what happens next is by far one of the creepiest things I've ever seen during a ghost hunt on a live stream. Asmar Bar feels a presence in the room. He points the camera at him to see if there's anything lurking or anything out of the ordinary when he captures this featureless figure just lurking behind him. What would you have done in his place, and have you ever encountered such a thing? Well, this is it for now, but we do have more videos. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications for more videos like this. I'm working on a new release for this next week, so stay tuned. And if you'd like to email me with stories, pictures, videos of strange and mysterious phenomena, don't be shy. thatimpossiblechannel@gmail.com. Thank you very much for being here, guys, and I'll see you again.